Hey, what's going on, family? We live. Let's get live. Talk about our life in here. Peace, love, prosperity, family. I'm in my home studio at the moment. Hope y'all can see good. So look, today I decided to take time out and enlighten all y'all on Facebook on how to take advantage of the 9 mistakes that cause spiritual and financial destruction. It's only 9 bases, right? Now, after these 9 bases, then you don't gotta be a biblical person. This ain't about no religion. It's not about no Christianity. None of that. Okay, hold on. I gotta do something real quick. One moment. Gotta send out a couple of tags and notifications to some people that told me they wanted this content. Yes, sir. We all about getting financial growth and spiritual growth in the building today. Yes, indeedy. Don't forget about it. All right, so look, we're gonna get into it. We're at 7. So there's 9 mistakes that cause us to keep continuing in a path of financial and spiritual destruction. There's a war going on outside, and you must start inside, right? So where do we start? In the Bible, it says, what's first shall be last, and what's last shall be first. Matthew 20:16. Now, most people, when it comes to first, what's the first thing they think about? They think about self. They think about family. They think about finances. F and F. Finances and family. That's all we think about. That's the first thing. But we're going to work different today. We're going to accomplish that. And the way we can accomplish that is by knowing what's first shall be last and what's last shall be first. So on this board, we have finances first, and then we have clarity last. Because a lot of us can't take control of our finances, or let alone continue to grow our finances, because we lack clarity. In the Bible, it says, where there is no vision, people perish. So you must have clarity in order to gain and grow your finances. You with me? Show of hands in the text message if y'all agree. I can't see who all on here, but I see it say 3 people. So thanks for joining. So if you have to have clarity for your finances, you want to grow, then you must first start from the bottom to get to them finances. What's first shall be last, what's last shall be first. So let's start off with clarity. The first way you start to get clear on what you're doing is you must first get educated. Now, once you get educated and you know finances and family is the main thing that you care about and you want to sustain family, you get clear on that you want to build a family. In order to build a family, you must first have resources. In order to obtain the resources, you must have a system in place. And once you have a system in place, you now must have structure to operate that system. And once you have structure, now comes management, which is self-discipline, which is accountability. You have to stay on top of these things. And once you have management, now you have to know how to communicate on what's going on with your family. You must be clear on how to get that message across so everyone can continue to grow financially and spiritually. Communication. And then, now that you have communication, now that you have management skills, now that you have structure, and now that you have a system in place, along with resources, and a family to support you, and you're clear on it, now you can go out and educate people. You just started a business. Why? Because education is the one law of the 9 mistakes that cause people to face spiritual and financial destruction. They are not educated. In the Bible, it said, my people are destroyed from the lack of knowledge, because they have denied knowledge. They have rejected knowledge. That's what the Bible says. So when you reject education, on what? Your finances, become more aware of it. When you reject developing your communication skills, when you reject understanding how to manage things, when you reject the importance of creating the structure in your life and amongst your family and finances, when you reject the importance of having a system, now you're trading time for money, instead of knowing how to use your finances to pay for your time so you can have more time to spend with your family. Am I making some sense here? Any show of hands, am I making sense? Thank you. So let's now start from the top to the bottom. And I want to go over definitions. Because a lot of us have our own understanding, which in the Bible says, lean not towards thy own understanding. And Malcolm X said, if we're going to speak the white man's language, then we must know the definition and meaning of the words that we speak. Because words create worlds. In the beginning was the word, right? So we're going to get into this. I took some screenshots, so I'm not going to take all day. I got everything structured. I got it lined up in detail. So when we talk finances, in Merriam-Webster dictionary, finances, the definition is money or other liquid resources of a government, business, group, or individual. Finances. Business, group, or individual resources that are governed, a government. Now, I don't want you to think about the United States and this big government. I want you to think deeper than that. And how do you get deep on that? Govern your mentality. Govern your mentality. How do you govern that? Step number 2, you start to get educated. See, at the end of this video, I want you all to drop a comment and say guide. And I will bless you all with a free guide that shows you, a home study guide that can help you with your kids, that you can help yourself, and you can start to create a system for yourself and operate on some sound understanding. This is not a belief system here. This is not my belief. This is not he say, she say. These all coexist. Once you know how to put all this in a structured system and make it coexist, doors start to open up for you. So we got the definition of what finances is. Education. Do the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Education is the action or process of educating or being educated. A stage of such a process. Process for what? The knowledge and development resulting from the process of being educated. So the biggest thing I want you to catch right here is education is the knowledge and development resulting from the process. And that's what I'm giving you here. I'm giving you the process. Letting you see what the 9 mistakes are. Because you lack the understanding of finances, education, communication, management, structure, system, resources, family, clarity. Because you lack, you suffer. Because you have not seek the education to understand that, you have not sought out the knowledge and develop a process, you suffer from it. You cause destruction. Okay? So now, the next definition, communication. Communication is a process, there you go, number 3, a process between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior, an exchange of information. Now, how can you people tell me? How can we exchange anything if we don't have information and we're not educated on information? Because then we're going off opinions. Anyone can be opinionated, like they said. It's like armpits. Everyone got some. I don't want to say the asshole, but you know where I'm going with this. But yeah. So when you get ready to communicate, to understand communication in Merriam-Webster is a process by which information engaged. But it is exchange information. So once you get educated and have the information which you embed into your mentality and in your soul, you know now you have some type of awareness, you're educated, you're informed. Now you start to get educated on your communication skills. How can you develop your communication skills so you can teach finance and education to who? To your family, to yourself. Everything starts at home, then spreads abroad. Right? Let's move along. Then you have management. The definition of management that I want you to look at is the act or art managing, the conducting or supervising of something. What are we conducting and what are we supervising? We are supervising our finances. We are conducting ourselves by being educated. And we are conducting ourselves by developing sharper and better and effective communication skills. Why? So we know how to manage ourselves, household, children, and anyone we come across. Them are 4 steps right there, right? And then, let alone, I want you to understand the second definition of management they got right here. The second definition is judicious use of means to accomplish an end. What is the end goal we're trying to get to? Remember, the first shall be last and what's last shall be first. So if we take finance and make it last, that's the end goal we're trying to get to. We're trying to develop better finances. We're trying to get stronger at that. Because when you have that, you have what? Resources. Let me go back again. Once you understand finances, you have it. You have resources. Liquid resource of a government, business, group, and individual. Now that you have all that, now you're able to go out and create structure. Once you're able to go out and create structure amongst all this, now you create what we call a system. You have a system in place. But let's not skip over that. What is structure? Structure in Merriam-Webster Dictionary is the action of building, construction, something such as building that is constructed, something arranged in definite pattern of organization. We're organizing here. And once you organize, which you're forming a structure, you have now formed a system. You have a whole organization here that's a system. Now, when you're a part of an organization, what now do you have access to? Resources. Are y'all playing with me here? Do y'all hear me here? Once y'all have structure, management, communication skills, and an education on finances and how to manage and contribute that within a structure, you now have developed yourself a system. System. When God created this earth, due to what the Bible has said, he created it in 7 days. And out of them 7 days, they say he rested on the 7th day. Why? Because on the 7th day, he sat back and looked at the resources that he's created. People, this ain't hard. This ain't rocket science. All things coexist with this one main topic. What's first shall be last, and what's last shall be first. Stop focusing on the money. How I'm going to get more money? How I'm going to get more money? I need to save more money. I need to invest my money. You can't invest anything until you educate it. And you can't get educated on what to invest and how to spend your money until you learn and develop clarity. Until you get clear. Until you know what you actually have to get educated in finances. Because that's so broad. You must have clarity. Now that we have resources, let's look at the definition of resources. So y'all know I'm not making this up. This is the English definition. And that's the language we speak, most of us. Resource. A source of study or support. Available means. Usually used in plural. A natural source of wealth. Revenue. Often used in plural. A natural feature or phenomenon that enhances the quality of one life. But no, most of it's like, I stick to myself. I don't mess with nobody. I can't rock with nobody. I don't trust nobody. What? You killing your resources. You taking away from yourself. That's one of the biggest mistakes. You don't have resources because you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to manage your emotions, your time, and you want to start becoming an introvert. You want to say, I'm gonna keep a small circle. When God said he put you here on earth to be the dominion over the earth, to be fruitful and multiply. How can you multiply anything, your finances, how can you multiply that if you don't have resources? How can you know what to do and how to develop your finances if you don't have resources? Now, let's keep moving. The next thing is family. Once you have understood all this and now you are able to access resources, because people are only going to allow you in that know more than you, when they understand that you know how to conduct your finances, they understand that you are an educated being, you're intelligent a little bit, then they're willing to talk to you. They're like, dang, he got some communication skills. He know how to talk. Okay, respectable. He intelligent. Then when they see that you know how to manage things around you, that shows a little bit of trust. He's trustworthy. She's trustworthy. Then when it comes to structure, they're like, he knows how to build. She knows how to build. You know how to build because you develop the key main things of life: finances, education, and communication skills. Right? So now that you have all that, you are now ready, women and men. You are now ready to go build a family. Some of us built a family before we understood all this, and that was one of the biggest mistakes. We out here trying to build a family, which it take 9 months for a woman to have a baby. So we're out here just busting out babies. Women ain't educated. They don't have communication skills. They don't know how to manage. They don't have structure. They don't have a system. Let alone they don't have resources. They dependent on the IRS. They dependent on the government to give them WIC, financial support, food support. Why? Because they have not took control of their understanding and knowing how to get to the resources. So now we lack family structure. We lack family education. We lack finance in the family. We all divided. Divided is how they conquer us, y'all. So now that you understand all this, once you get all this in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 days God made the world, now you're able to do what? Number 8, build a family. Another system I base a lot of my understanding on is the supreme mathematics. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But I will have it in the study guide, the home study guide. I'll give you all free. If you like what I'm showing you here and it makes sense, because all of this coexists, then just say, hey, just type guide in the comments. Guide. If you want that home study guide so you can teach this to your family and you can learn it, I give you more detail, step by step, on how to put all this in the system, how it all recycles and coexists. This is the ecosystem right here. So now that we went over all this, now what? You have clarity. You see the vision now. You know what it takes. Now you know what mistakes to avoid. The only reason we make mistakes, because that's just another word for the actions that we do not take, we become miseducated. That's why that's number 2. We're miseducated because that's one of the mistakes. We don't value education because of the traditional education system. Number 3, we lack communication skills. So we don't know how to negotiate. We don't know how to persuade. We don't know how to sell our product, our service, our story, our idea to someone to invest in us. Because we have not developed our communication skills. Because we lack management, we get stressed. We get doubtful. We get down. We operate at a low, vibrant frequency because we have not learned how to manage our emotions and our time. Now, why do we not manage our emotions our time? Because we have not took the time to get educated. We have not put the energy into being educated. And when you lack money, you lack education, you don't want to talk to nobody, now your management is all over the place. You're emotional. You don't get nowhere with that. And when you're emotional and you're not managing that, structure, you lack structure. Now you fall back into the spiritual and financial destruction. You're not built on principles. We saying out here back in Chicago and different other cities, local hoods, they lack structure. They lack resources. I wonder why. Because no one's taking the time to teach this. No one's showing you the system. What are the mistakes? Where should our time and energy and emotion and finances be invested? Before you get finances, you must take the time, sit by yourself. Take time to yourself. Really get clear on what it is that you want. You want a family, and you want what? More money, more finances, right? This is how you get there. All this develops step by step in order. This is how you get there. But not from 1 to 9, from 9 to 1. Why? Because no human being was brought into this world off just one nut, one orgasm. But it did take one sperm cell to hit that egg. But when it hit that egg, guess what? It was already foreseen and written. It's going to take 9 months. It was clear in God's eyes. You can't argue with that. It takes 9 months. Unless a baby is born what? Premature. Premature means what? It still needs development. A lot of us out here are walking and operating in these 9 mistakes, and we're spiritually trapped. We're spiritually damaged and destroyed and financially destroyed and damaged. Why? Because we're operating out of prematurity. We have not matured because no one has shown us the vision. We are unclear, right? So these are the 9 mistakes. What first shall be last and what's last shall be first. Start to get clear on what it is that you want to do. And understand once you get clear on what you want to do, that's going to take a little bit of money to do that and to provide for your family. In order to do that, you must get educated. And once you get educated, you need to get educated in communication skills. And once you develop your communication skills, you need now to learn how to manage them skills that you develop. You need to learn how to manage them finances that are starting to come in and that you currently have. Now, once you have all that, you need to sit down with yourself again, get clear. How do I create a structure out of 1, 2, 3, 4? Because everything operates and coexists out of 1, 2. 1, 2. Boxing, 1, 2. Step, 1, 2. Y'all working with me? Put your hands up, man. If y'all want this guide that I'm giving out for free, these gems I'm dropping. Like I said, I got something free for y'all. Step-by-step home guide. I will deliver you to your email. PDF file, videos, content worksheet, all that. Just say guide, I got you, right? Now, system. All this becomes a system once you develop a structure. That's self-explanatory. I ain't got to get into that. Because when a baby is in a womb, it's developing. And it has a process that it's going through. And that process is what? That's a system, right? Like the law of the universe and nature. It's a system. So now we have a system going on. A system that involves what? Financial education. Educating on the importance of your finances and the importance to learn how to develop communication skills. And we are educated on the importance of managing time, emotions, energy, and people that we do business with. And now we educate ourselves on how to create structure amongst these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is arm, leg, arm, head. We have took care of the whole body. Woo, I hope y'all grasp that. Once you take care of the finances, get educated on that, communication, management, create structure, you have took care of the whole body, the whole embodiment of spiritual and financial liberation. Now you create a system. Create a system. Now that you have this system in order, you now are able to go out and create resources. People only invest with people that can bring them something that's structured, systematic, that they can effectively and efficiently manage, and they can easily be communicated. That's how you bring in your resources. That's how you structure a business. That's how you structure your family. That's how all this works. Now that once you got all this, now you're able to go out and build a successful family. But most of us don't take time to learn these 9 mistakes to avoid and how to take advantage of them. We lack finances, we lack education, we lack effective and efficient communication skills. We lack management over our time, energy, and our money. We lack structure as far as morals and principles and understanding and our business and our life, which is organization. We lack it. When you go to a job, right, you know what time you got to be there. You know what time you got to clock out. You know what time you get paid, when the payroll day is. That's a system. It's organized. It's structured. Then you have resources. They're giving you resources. If you got a problem with your money and your time check, what do they say? Call human resources. Why? Because they delegate your finances and they're educated, which means trained. They know how to answer your question, how to solve your problem. And lastly, number 8, family. In order to sustain anything, you must build family. Number 8 in supreme mathematics is build or destroy. If you don't get these 7 steps one by one in order and take action and exercise these principles and these lessons, then you should not be out here trying to build a family. That's why that's why the divorce rate is high when it comes to marriage. That's why the baby daddies and baby mamas is high amongst the black community. Because we're trying to build a family when we have not took time to take control of our finances, be educated, learn how to communicate amongst each other so we have a strong relationship, learn how to manage each other and manage our feelings, create structure, understanding daily routines and rituals and habits and behavior, and let alone we don't have a system in place. What time the baby should go to bed, what time they should do their homework, what should they be learning like survival skills and X, Y, and Z, and I'll go deep in that, and resources. We always complain about we lack resources. So the biggest resources to us that deal with struggles in the community is family. Family. And family ain't just blood. Family is what you build, what you become your resources. So I hope I made it all clear for you. Clarity. 9 mistakes that cause spiritual and financial destruction is the lack of finances, education, communication, management, structure, systems, resources, family, and being clear. Don't start with the money. The money always going to be there. Start with yourself on getting clear on what it is that you want to do and start getting educated on it. What is it that you want to do? You want to increase your finances. You want to learn investments. You want to grow that. You want to pass down wealth and inheritance. So start getting educated on your finances. Get clear and know the importance of being educated about finances. Then get educated on the importance of communication skills. Then educate yourself on how to manage things. And then create a structure for yourself. However you create it, In order to build a house, you first need a blueprint. Create a structure. And once you create a structure, let alone, you might be unconscious of it, but you just created a system. And once you create that system, honestly, you can go out here, teach, coach, but everything starts at home, then spread abroad. So you should take all this information, which I say I have a home study guide for you all. And if you want the home study guide, just drop down in the comments, guide, and I definitely will send it over to you within the next 24 hours. No, don't hold me to that. In the next 24 hours, I will package it up really the way for you where it shows a diagram on how it works effectively in the ecosystem, and you can apply it immediately to your life. Peace, love, prosperity, fam. I hope I gave you all some great gems. I do not like to waste time. I value all you all's time. Thank you for joining live. Like I said, peace, love, and prosperity is what I wish among you. Sharpen your awareness, Katie intelligence. One love, fam.